we are on a slightly different type of adventure for this weekend. There it is. Hopefully the first of many. Call us daft for trying our first camp. Well, beside the car. It's basically a car camp more than anything else. But call us daft for trying it when it's meant to be about -2 tonight. We just thought there's a beautiful couple of days. It's clear, it's calm. I love this spot, and we just had to try it. We've just got to come out here, make it happen, and at least I know I can park right beside the tent, so I can have as much emergency stuff in there as I like. And if it all goes pear-shaped, like if I've not pitched the tent right, which I don't think I have, then, or if other problems happen, then we can just bugger off. We're only half an hour up the road, and it wouldn't be a problem. I've still not got quite to grips with the tents yet. I don't think I've got my guy lines quite right. I would never would have thought they would have been quite difficult to understand, but there you go. I've noticed already that I've got one of these things on my tent. It's not down here either, so I can't have this side hooked out, unfortunately. I'm just kind of having to flick it round the guy line that's out there. I've got loads more than what I normally would have for obviously like summer, or if we were wild camping. There's so many blankets just to make sure that we're all warm, and I've got a foam pad for Nevis tonight as well, so he's off the ground. But it's all about just building confidence, I think, for this first time. It's a nice tent. I'm really quite happy with it. I still need to play about with it to get it all right. I don't think I've pitched it quite right at the minute. It's just as well, there's plenty hours of daylight left, and we're the only ones here. Sometimes there's cars just up that part there, but no, we're the only ones. It's just fantastic. We're gonna go for a short walk. It's about 5 o'clock and it's still really nice. Plenty sunshine out here, but the sun went down quite a long time ago and you can feel the chill. So what we're gonna do is actually head up this direction. Up here is Moniga Hill, which isn't too far away from the Glen Shee Munros. Carnacleesh, one of the Glassmoor circuit, is just kind of up. It's not this hill prominently hill, but it's just up behind it, which is really good. Up this way there's some amazing paths up this hillside which takes you up towards Mare and Dreesh, and I think that might be tomorrow's plan, all going good over tonight. And there's still a fair dump of snow, as you can see on the hillside here. But yeah, I've been kind of getting set up for a long time. It's our first camp, so it's taken a while just to get the hang of things. So Nevis is just he's just investigating the entire area. You might see him walking about. He's already actually picked up and tried to play with my sleeping bag, which I had. It was in its rolled up state. So he picked it up, ran away with it and played, and I got it back and it's actually torn. Not the actual sleeping bag itself, but the bag that it actually sits in. So that's one thing down already after like just arriving here not even an hour ago. Great, isn't it? And another reason why I wanted this spot is because the tent is right there. And look at this. You can get a good swim. Woo! As long as you don't take all that wetness in the tent, that'll be fine. Just as well I've got plenty of towels. Oh! Whoa, it's smashed! Good boy. I think somebody's excited to do their first camp out tonight. Oh man, this is either gonna go absolutely amazingly and might end up staying for another night, which I have planned for just in case we want to, or it's gonna go terribly wrong and we'll be on our way home at about midnight. It's just gonna be amazing. What a time to get out. Up ahead is where we're just heading. This is no hike, this is just a short dog walk before tea time. Monaminic, the Corbett, is right up there, and I did half plan on going up there maybe for sunset tonight, which, you know what, we probably could still, but oh no, I'm not too fussed about that. We're just gonna take a nice steady stroll tonight, just out towards this way, and just take in the solitude, the peace and quiet. Even if we do have to go home tonight, it's still been a great evening. We've got two potential plans for our hike tomorrow, so Basically, either of them just start from our campsite. One of them is heading up to the Glassmoor range, going down this path and heading up over Monega Hill, and then it takes you up to Glassmoor, Craig Legach, and then whatever the other Munro is called, and then it swings all around by Monaminich and then just back down this side to the car. Or as I said, I think I mentioned earlier on, you can take the paths up here. There's a path that goes up there and takes you up towards Mairendreich. Both kind of similar in terms of distance, but the Glassmoor one down here would mean a couple of Munros ticked off for Nevis, but it's quite unpathed and it's going to be a lot more challenging as there's a lot more up and downs. The one up to Mayor is going to be a lot easier, so I think we'll just ponder it and just see what we're fancying. There's no immediate rush to decide. I might just see how I feel in the morning. Things start to open up at this point here, and you can see Glassmoor up here and Craig Legach up there as well, and as I say, you swing all the way back around there. Stunning place though, it's so open and wide. It actually has a bit of a feeling like Jock's Road, I think. It's just quite vast and open like the Ochalater side. It is beautiful. I'm actually regretting not going up to Monaminich tonight because the sky is beautiful. You get an amazing sunset straight ahead of us. We'll save all of our hill walking for tomorrow. This has just been a nice, lovely, flat path. Starts to get a little bit more hillier just down about here. That's still another couple of kilometres away. We've just doubled back, heading back to the tent now, away get some grub. We have returned now, and it has gotten a lot darker just so suddenly as well. Forgot to mention that the tent I've got is an OEX Panther 2 from the ultralight range, which I think it's an absolutely perfect tent to get me started. Not the warmest because it is ultralight, so it's, I mean, for winter conditions you could probably find something that's a little bit better suited. But it's a cracking little tent, easy to set up. Still got, it's like, this is my first time pitching it, so I've probably got a few things wrong, and it's the first time I've actually ever pitched the tent, because in India all the guides pitched for us, did all the hard work for us. But yeah, it's a lovely spot, nice looking tent. I'm quite chuffed with it. Cuppy on, tea cooking, and dog keeping himself happy, I think. The challenge is going to be at what time and how early can we get Nevis to settle down, because as long as there's water close to us, there's always a chance. You can't even see anything on the bloody camera, but the hillsides are just beautiful at night. Really nice. Don't know how much the camera's going to be able to pick out, but we're in, and I've got a nice, really settled dog beside me here, snuggled in amongst all of his blankets. It's only about 7:45, so like it's still pretty early on, but that'll probably be us for tonight, just to get all nice and cozy. And if anything, we'll have an early rise tomorrow morning. Sounds really good. Won't do anything more to camera tonight. We'll just get up in the morning and tackle whatever walk and whatever hike it is we want to do. Well, we made it through the night. It was really, really cold. Oh goodness. We were cozy enough in our beds, but as you can see, so much frost sitting, and the car is all frosted up as well. I think it must have dropped to about -3 or something at least. But it's a beautiful, beautiful morning. Stunning. We both got on really good in the tent. We were cozy enough. Nevis was really warm actually. A couple of times I felt him and he was so snuggled up and he was warm and he was content. And yeah, we both got on great. So I'm really chuffed for how that first night went. And if we can survive conditions like that overnight, then we can pretty much just survive anything, I think. It was a great success. Just gonna get a little bit of breakfast now, and as Nevis comes bounding back towards me, he is excited. He must be really excited the fact that we're already out in the hills. We've woke up and we're out in the hills already, which is amazing. Yeah, we're going to get a little bit of food. I think we're going to go up and do Mayor today. We're not going to head out the way that we went last night for a dog walk out there. We're going to head up this way. Still quite a big day. It's still about 22 kilometers or so. We'll go over quite a few tops that are like 700-800 meters or so, but you know, it would be quite good just to do something different, do a top and do a Munro that I haven't done from this direction before. So yeah, we're just gonna get ourselves set up. So we're gonna take our time this morning and just chill out and then head up. Right, we're about to start making a move now. We've mucked about here for long enough. There was somebody that actually pulled up in this location and said in the car it was reading -6. So God knows what it dropped down to during the night, and that was roughly about 7:30. Probably was more than -3 than what I thought. So yeah, it's time to get moving. Yeah, not the most conventional way to get here. I think I was meant to tail off back there. I'm just glad Nevis's harness has got a handle on it, because he was able to jump up here and I was able to like pick him up over on this side. Oh dear, I was a little bit surprised I was able to get him over there, but no, all good. I think the path is just up there, so we need to go and find it. My water bladder has frozen. the pipes, don't know if you can see it, but the piping, it's all iced up, so I can't get anything through it, so it's all having to go in my filter bottle and decant it. The joys of our first winter camp, eh boy? Oh, how fun. Beautiful walk so far, really nice track to follow, a couple of water crossings but not too bad. You might see our path, it just kind of snakes up this hill first of all. Mayor, it's not in here, but I think it's more over that way. But as you can see, there's lots of clouds over there, so hopefully it clears up a little bit. Even Monaminich that was clear this morning is now all in cloud. Well, not all in cloud, but just the top of it is. So hopefully it clears up a little bit. But yeah, so far so good, isn't it? You've done really well. As always, you're such a good boy. Tough pull to get up to this point here, but it's nice. More of the larger hills are starting to prevail themselves. Still quite a fair bit of snow. Some of it's soft and some of it's hard. If we were going up this way, probably would put crampons on, but we're heading up this way. The path's going up here and the cloud that way, so I'll probably be okay for the time being. There's no snow on the trail just yet, but it's been really nice. It's so quiet. Not another soul to be seen, which is perfect for us, Mr. Man, isn't it? You're a beautiful, beautiful doggy. Yeah, let's keep going. Still a long way to go. We reach 900 meters. I think it's called Finality Hill, which is up here somewhere. Probably still another good few kilometers away. Maybe another 3 kilometers. But I think that'll be the first checkpoint. See how we feel there, and it's all still going good. We'll head up to Mayor. Don't know if the camera is seeing this, but wow. There's so many deer. There are deer or stags over there. There must be good, like 20 or 30 of them. That is amazing. Yeah, they're just disappearing over the hill now. I really hope the camera picked them up. Probably wouldn't have, but that was amazing. It's just as well, it feels so wild out here. And it is clearing up a little bit. Fingers crossed. It's starting to get a little bit brighter. It's really nice. Really nice going out here. Nice path. It's not a trick point, it's a big post for the top 900 metres of Finality Hill. I assume this is it. It says it on the map, big metal post. The nicest trick point you'll ever see. Well done, Nevis. That got a bit tough coming up there. The snow got quite deep when it was steep going, but you wouldn't have a clue where we are if I didn't tell you that. Currently at 900 metres, only 28 metres below Mayor, which is over here somewhere. Still debating whether I want to do it or not, if I'm being honest. I'm just going to layer up for now. Yeah, nothing to be seen. So we're going to head down that way. You might just be able to see the path, make it out just here. So go 1 kilometre down this way, which takes us to about 820 metre summit. It's just a gentle gradient down, and then we swing over this way. Mayor is over there somewhere. We don't need to do Mayor. I might just cut it a bit short, but when we reach the point we can either turn off to Mayor or we can just head back down to the campsite, and it's about, even from that point, I think it's another 8 kilometres or so. So we're just going to go down, head along, see how we get on, and take it from there. You know what? I'm just going to call it. I've invented a new plan C. Turn back. We're heading along here just now, and we've come off the path just now because it's not as deep. But the main path, snow, although it probably doesn't look as deep here in the camera, I'm just concerned how deep it's going to get when we go 3 kilometres along that way. Because it was pretty deep coming up to Finality Hill just there, and if it's 3 kilometres of that, that's going to be bloody tough. And if I'm being honest, my head's not really in the game for it. It's a shame, and I expected so much more from this walk. I thought it would have been clear, but it might end up being totally fine. And if it's like this, it would probably be not a problem, but I just don't know what it's going to be like. I really don't. I've still got to obliterate the campsite as well. So I think what we're going to do, they have to tell me if this sounds like a good plan, Nevis. We're just going to go back to the top of Finality Hill there and just go back to the campsite. We're just going to double back from where we came. It means that we'll just be able to chill out for a little bit more when we're down there rather than going home straight away. Yeah, it's all about enjoying this first camp experience, I guess. And I just think if we were to walk along there, I don't think that would be enjoyable if it was going to be as deep as it is. It's around about the same height. We're sitting at just under 900 metres, and it's probably about the same height when we're walking along the plateau. I just can't be bothered. I just genuinely cannot be bothered. So we're going to go back, just retrace our steps. Don't know how much of it I'll film, but we're just going to get back nice and early. That sounds like a plan to me, sir. This is a bit more what I'm talking about in terms of how deep it can get. Nevis is also showing you. Oh! He's sniffing something. What's in there? What's in there? Is there other doggies in there that you want to find? What's going on? What a mountain dog. We could just stay here all day if you want. You don't feel the cold. We slept overnight in -6 last night, and you were basically on top of all the blankets. You didn't even want any on top. You can do this as much as you like. You're just digging yourself a little campsite, I think. What a funny boy. He actually has demonstrated quite well how deep this is. So as I say, if we were to come across any more of this over for 3 kilometers over there, nah, not for me. It's all about enjoying hikes and these adventures rather than resenting them. So yeah. Oh, what a funny boy. You funny boy. Come on, let's stop mucking about. Look at that. You're like a snowman. You're like a snowman with your white face. Come on, mister. Let's go. Let's go, sir. This is, of course, our footsteps from coming up. Look at the size of Nevis's paw prints. They're absolutely huge. Oh yes, yes, we're talking about you. Yes, they are the paw prints of one man and his dog on the trail. Yeah, this was quite a tough bit coming up here. It's quite dramatic looking with the scenery, like in the cloud and the snow. Don't need any more than this today. This is just perfect. So again, I don't know if the camera can pick up, but there's all those deer again, right around about here. It's going to be so hard to tell because they just blend right in to all the heathery moorland here. But that is amazing. There is absolutely hundreds of them. Well, tens of them I should say. But yeah, that is amazing. They're not moving for us just now. They're probably just eyeing us up thinking, ooh, what's going on here? Now they're going again. Yeah, that's amazing. They're just it's like they're just following us all the way back down to the bottom again. Right here, there or thereabout. That is amazing. It's stunning to see all this nature just on our doorstep in Glen Isla. I'm pretty sure Nevis can sense them, because this happened the last time. Aye, this happened the last time when we were doing Ben Hornsey and there was a load of deer, and there's no way that he can see them surely, but he must just be able to like smell them or something, or I don't know. What an excited boy, just wanted to play again. The most playful Labrador I think you'll ever meet. You don't want to play with them, Nevis. Before you know it, he'll want to play with cows and their young. Not a good idea, that. There they go, right here. They're on the move again. The bridge that we cross over is just down there on the other side, so we'll probably just stop when we're right down there, top up our water, and then crack on after that. There's so much more than what I saw earlier. That must be a good like 40 or 50 of them. I've never seen so much deer in my life. It is quite a stunning sight, you have to say. I'm really just hoping that the camera's picking it out. I don't know if you can zoom on GoPros or not, but it really is amazing. Not far away at all now. I think these are the trees that we kind of came through at the start of the walk. Along this ridge up here, and you might just be able to make out the path around about here, that's where we were meant to have come down on the planned route. But I'm kind of glad that we didn't, because again the snow still looks pretty low on this side here. But it's a lovely area. It's still very cloudy amongst where we were as well. Although there's lots of blue skies here, there isn't much on our planned destination today. So yeah, not far away, probably just over a kilometre back to camp. We'll probably will chill out there for a little bit before we hit the road. But it's been a fantastic day. It's been a fantastic day, and I'm glad that we cut it just a little bit shorter so we enjoyed it a bit more. Yeah, that's the problem that we faced this morning, was the route that I plotted going through the gate is private, and there is a sign there saying walkers this way. Don't know how long that's going to take us, and that's really not nice, and it's going to be wet. We're going to go back over the fence where we came from this morning, which is just up here, and be just lifting him over once again. But we've done it once, we can do it again. Oh my god, I don't know if the camera just if the camera just picked that up. I was literally just a way to pull this up so he can go under, but from there he just jumped all. What a dafty, Mr. Man. You are a wildie. At least you're not afraid of obstacles, that's for sure. Goodness gracious. If there wasn't water, I don't know if he would have done that. That was crazy. Okay, so we're just through all that weird bit there, through the trees, and I would say that's probably the only downside to this route of going up to Mayor and up to the Glen Isla Hills. It's, yeah, there might be a path that's signposted to go around here maybe, but I never saw one coming up here. There was definitely one obviously coming this way in, but I'm not too sure about there. So I would say that's probably the only thing about this path, was just getting through the little trees there. But other than that, it was absolutely lovely. I loved it so much. Definitely that was the most kind of, like, if you're looking for a little bit of wilderness and remote feeling, just kind of get away from it all, probably bump into the Mayors. That's the way to do Mayor. Totally acknowledge the fact that I didn't get up to Mayor, but I did a fair chunk of the route. Went up to Finality Hill, and like, it was, I could just imagine on a clear day it would be beautiful. Scenery would be incredible, but absolutely the way to do it for dramatic views and stunning scenery and jaw-dropping scenery with Corrie Fee is absolutely the route via Corrie Fee at Glendall. Both quite different, and that's a big day as well if you're going to do Mayor. It's about 22 kilometres. Cutting the hike a little bit shorter as well has meant that we're back down to the tent a little bit earlier. That's 1 o'clock now, and I mean, that's still 14 kilometres that we're doing up and down and through that snow. Can you stop pulling please, sir? Mister, thank you. And even going through that snow, that 14 kilometres felt like a bit of a tough pull at times. So yeah, I think it just would have taken a wee bit too long going all the way across and back over these hills, yeah, back over them. Just would have added a little bit too much. Probably would have got home a little bit later, which I wasn't planning on doing. But the campsite is just, can I see the car? No, there's one car. We're just down here. So it'll be good to get back and just start to get ourselves together. And I'm pretty sure then the way that you must follow, it must be a lot. I think I followed this grassy trail at the start and there must be a break in the fence. It looks like there's a break in the fence just right around about here to the right hand side of the trees. So that must be the way where you want to go around rather than going through the way I did. Probably. I don't know. Not important now, is it? The tent is still standing. It's a cracking day down in the glen, isn't it? It's a beautiful day down here in Nevis. You're not going to be stopping anytime soon, are you? Absolutely brilliant. We've achieved absolutely everything that we wanted these couple of days, apart from Mayor. But we've already, both of us have already done that Munro, so we're not too fussed about it. I'm going to chill out for a little bit. I'm not going to stay for overly long, but get a cuppy on, have a nice relaxed cup of coffee, get stuff packed up, get some of the stuff packed up, and then hit the road very shortly. As you can see, Mr. Man he's wanting to go back in the water again. That's all he's done. I'm very happy for him to be off the lead here, because he's always just 99% of it, he's just down there. I think he's loved it. I think he has, I don't know. Just a way to start taking the tent down now, and what a fine piece of kit it is. I said OEX Panther 2 Ultralight, and the fact that it formed part of the setup that kept me cozy during -6 during the night is really good. I'm a little bit unsure about it's a Kilos Gear sleeping pad, the Aero Light one, I think. And I mean, it's good, it's really comfy, but I think it was just a little bit too, not enough of an R value on it. It wasn't warm enough for it being -6. Now, like, I didn't expect it to be -6 at all during the night, but I think as for like a summer sleeping pad, that would be absolutely spot on. But if I'm going to be going back in the winter again, I think I would probably need something a lot more, well, expensive. More expensive, more insulated, and a higher R value. But I really am not planning on getting out in conditions like this very often. But I'd say, like, you just never know. You never know. Sleeping bag was getting there, was on the limit. I wasn't sure if it was more the sleeping pad or sleeping bag, but I was starting to feel the air come when I was sleeping last night, come through the bottom. And I think that was sleeping pad more than sleeping bag. Sleeping bag was really comfortable, and I put a silk liner inside it as well, which actually was meant to be used for Nevis in case if he needed it, but all the blankets were good for him and I ended up using it, and it worked a treat. So yeah, I'm really happy with how everything's set up for me. It's going to take a bit of practice to get this right. I know I've not done stuff right here. The guy lines were a bit of a weird one. I don't think I've positioned them correctly. I think they're meant to be more out here in front, in line with this pole, rather than being out here, because it's kind of, this bit's pulling a little bit. But overall, I am absolutely delighted, and for the first time I've actually like pitched a tent. You know, I had the practice pitch before it, and I'm really happy with how it went. I also packed way too much, and I know I did that even before I was leaving, more for a confidence and reassurance boost. I think what that actually caused was, it caused like a little bit of faffing about and trying to find stuff in all these different bags. I've got bags for food and blankets and everything. I took way too many blankets, and that was even for -6 overnight. So it puts us in good stead in summer, and I think when it comes to me just going out, actually wild camping with my big rucksack on, it'll actually be easier because I'll not pack as much, and everything will just be there, contained by itself, and I'll just be able to use the vestibules much more. So I'm really happy with that. We've basically achieved everything that we wanted to. Got through the night really well, and I genuinely think, you know, if we can get through that kind of night with this setup, which isn't meant to be for winter setups, perfect. You know, we put ourselves in a really good position. And I don't know if you've all seen Nevis, he's just down here. That's just been his position the entire time. He's just waited for me. We've been down there, I've just had a cup of coffee down there, throwing stones in the water for him to go and chase. And damn right we'll be going back down there once the tent's down. because once the tent's down, we'll just be hitting the road more or less. But I'll definitely be back here, that is for absolute certainty. You'll be able to, there's 5 cars lined up here now as well. So coming on a Friday is probably the best thing, because if you can't get here for a pitch, you can probably get 2 people in there, but with me having a dog, it might might be a bit inconvenient for other people being beside me. But yeah, I would definitely be back here to go up Maniga Hill, just there. Whether I end up doing the others around Glen Shee or not, it's yet to be said, but that could be something that I do in the not too distant future. This boy just loves the water, don't you? Sometimes. Whoa. Brilliant. You are water daft. This boy loves the water. Woo! Up on the rocks. Oh, you're such a silly Billy. We've just had one last little play down at the water, and so brings an end to an amazing adventure. The first of many camps, I'm absolutely certain about. Come on, it's time to go home, Nevis. It's time to go home to your cosy bed. We'll go home to your cosy bed. Because we've been outdoors for 24 hours basically. Oh, he's so funny. But this has just been spot on. Leave no trace, all that nonsense. There's as if nothing's happened here at all. Just an amazing spot, and we'll definitely be back. So happy with how that went, and I've got a lot to learn, that's for definite. I'm so glad that Nevis seems to have loved it as well. He was so good in the tent, and he just chilled out, and he slept so well last night, and so did I. It was a little bit broken at the start of the night, but when we got to about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, it was just so much smoother. I definitely have a lot to learn, that's for sure, regarding getting better kit for even like start spring and winter. That was, if I didn't have my big huge jacket and a few extra layers in the car, then I think I might have struggled during the night and not have gotten much sleep. But that's what first camps are all about. It's all about learning, and another reason why I came here was so we're prepared for these kind of moments. So yeah, whether it means more kit, better kit, new kit, you know, that's next year's problem, because we're coming into spring and summer, warmer conditions now. Before we go, Nevis has lost a toy, so we're going to have a quick swing around. That's the only thing that's going against Leave No Trace. Let's try and find one of his toys. But we'll try and find your dumbbell. He's got a little dumbbell, you fill it with kibble and you turn it. So we're going to try and find that. Absolutely no idea where it's gone, sir. I've no idea where you put it. I thought it would have been maybe around in here. We tried to look last night, but there's just no signs. Oh well, that's a shame, Nevis. You've got plenty of other toys at home, thankfully. But wherever it is, that's going to be the only sign of trace where we've been here. Which isn't bad for a first camp, I think. Although we did find a tennis ball in our travels, although that's not ours. You've been such a good boy. You've been such a good boy for Dad on this trip. It's been so good, hasn't it? But it's time to go home now. Time to go home. Well, we'll go home now, Nevis. You like home, don't you? We'll go in the car and go home. Come on then, let's go. Yeah, looks like he's ready for it. Until the next one.